Minutes here in the Valley of the Sun. Jay Crowder goes to the floater off the back rim and collected by Anthony Davis. Lakers at 31-47, 6-16 in games LeBron James has had to sit for one reason or another. As Davis can see him wince again as he lands on that foot. Foul goes on Devin Booker. Side out to LA. On top, it's Davis who comes down with it. Foot feels better on a dunk.
I think been the most effective, and he's had a really good season here for the Lakers.
Paul from the mid-range, rare. Paul from the mid-range, rare miss from him. He's so good from that part of the floor. Here's Bradley on the other end, and the Lakers have a little momentum here early on.
Ever? Well, they're in the running in terms of their average age this season.
They're not spry.
No. That aren't quite as meaningful.
Lakers now perfect from the floor, 4 of 4 as Monk heats up. He can do that. Davis in the open floor off the miss. He'll keep it. Hands it off to Howard. Couldn't hold it. Chris Paul fouled by Monk. A lot more pressing business to tend to between now and then as Westbrook goes to work. Walled off by Booker. They swing it. Davis for 3. It's strong. So is Dwight Howard.
That's a lot of experience.
Hand off to Payne. Landry Shamet in for Phoenix. That was deflected by Davis. Payne looking for McGee up top. That's swatted away by Davis. Reeves comes away with it for LA. CP just returned recently from a 15-game absence with that avulsion fracture in his right thumb. Davis erased by McGee. Johnson up against the clock. He'll heave it. I don't think he got that off. He did not. Too tall for him, and that's saying something.
It is, and again, another turnover.
Davis over the top. That rattles home.
They had a solid first quarter, but from a defensive standpoint, they have got to lock back in.
Could have put the Suns ahead. Instead, Stanley Johnson comes back with it. Horton Tucker, nice look inside to Davis running the floor. Out to Shaman. Another shot at 3 won't fall for him. Crowder, great job coming out to close out on Anthony. But Melo finds Davis underneath. Here comes Davis. Drop pass to Davis. Great touch on the little floater.
Chris Paul just taking advantage.
Crowder tees up a wide open.
Like it did in the first half.
10th turnover already for the LA Lakers. Westbrook in a bind. Out to Davis. Back rims that 3. That last turnover created by Mikal Bridges, who's got the ball in his hands again. Mentioned in the first half, he's got a chance to become the Suns' first ever defensive player of the year.
Well, you know, obviously Memphis has had a terrific season, but you wonder about the experience. Golden State, you wonder about the health and whether or not you can get. Well, you know, obviously Memphis has had a terrific season, but you wonder about the experience. Golden State, you wonder about the health and whether or not you can get.
The defending champs, part of the mix as well. Davis knocks down the free throw. Let's take a look at the.
Reeves on the floor is Davis. 1 and 2, the 8-time All-Star.
And Booker has just been electric from deep in this game.
Davis knocks that one down. That time Reeves got a hand up. Booker reset, tried it again. Incredible stats that they put up this year. Davis rims it out. But because of the big salaries of their big 3, not a lot of flexibility in terms of salary cap. Some of those veterans will likely disappear off the roster.
It's going to be really interesting to see what they do, because to your point, the only way you really are going to revamp it is, I'm sure it does.
You can still sign up.
It's got to include the postseason. I'm already signed up, so
I am too. I hadn't considered it. And not even necessarily because it was a chance to eliminate the Lakers but because, as Monty likes to say over and over again,
they do a great job of playing for one another and making the right play.
Was guaranteed a ring last year because he played for Milwaukee and Phoenix, who met in the finals, and then returned here to the Valley of Sun back in February after a trade with the Indiana Pacers. Already number 2 all-time on the career scoring list as Davis flushes that home. 10-0 run now by the Lakers gives them a glimmer of hope. Signed a 10-day contract back in January and stuck around. When we were here in January, he was raving about the culture of this team and about how nobody cares who scores. He said this is not normal.
Yeah.